Hey, what's going on, Lewis? All right, good morning, good morning. Excellent, man. I'm glad you were able to grab that dip at 320. That was the number. That basically just retesting that buy button removal back from January. So, yeah. Hey, what's going on, Lewis? All right, good morning, good morning. Excellent, man. I'm glad you were able to grab that dip at 320. That was the number. Okay. Yeah, if you got that dip at 320, you should be all right. Couple calls, a few shares, whatever the case might have been. Should be up real nice right now. Real comfortable position to be in. Yeah, 319 is even better. I think the bottom was actually what 318 on the dot, so we were about a couple cents off on that, about 2 cents off or so. So that was fantastic to get up underneath there. 315, I think we hit. Yeah, so we were right there. I mean, I had marked it off 320 is my level here on this pattern. I don't see it going any further than that unless there's another rug pull situation on AMC. However, that was the target, and that goes all the way back to the buy button removal. So they had to test a couple of folks out to see how strong those hands were, and that's just name of the game is that they try to shake out weak hands and moves like that, sweep up some liquidity, and then get ready to push it higher. So that's kind of pretty much the types of moves we try to look for, and it's not just on AMC; it's on several different types of stocks. So that's what it's all about. I need to see 8 break 222 today, or else I'm gonna start thinking rug pulls on the way. 222 is that number. I have it marked up top. And if we can see 8 start to break 222, then I'd feel a little bit more comfortable. But if not, I'm going to start to think that there's going to be a pull on Ape's liquidity, and it could possibly bring it down very low. So we're going to see. Waiting patiently on that. It should have run already. It should have started its run right after Zern signed off, which it did, but it didn't carry through. 222 has been the block. Make sure I got the. All right, let's see what kind of plays are out here for today also. All right, there we go. I'm all connected on voice. In case anybody wants to chime in, say anything on the voice box. Definitely, yeah, keep a lookout for that 222. I've been calling it out on Twitter, like, hey, watch out for it. Here we go. We're starting the market is open. Let's see what's out here right now. Take a look at SPYs trying to bounce back out of the 440 level. We broke into 339. Looks like it is starting to push right now, which I expected a bounce off of that crazy day yesterday after the news came out. QQQ starting to bounce, looking to make its way back up towards 365. 5-minute charts. Excuse me. Let's see, 370, 371. See what kind of plays out here. See if we can make some money in the meantime while we let AMC do whatever it needs to do. Let's see what other opportunities are out here. So many ways to make money right now in this market. And China is dumping. Going to be getting out of these HPQ and UPS plays. at open, which are already open. So I'm going to start to cut these, see what we're at down here because I think it's killing my bandwidth. Alrighty. 369, APE at 212. I need AMC to break 371 to start the push. Apple 177. Blue chips are still falling. So Apple is starting to push up. I got AMD still dropping down and trying to recover off the 106. I got Tesla coming down, just retesting the bottom of a triangle. Symmetrical triangle to the downside. I'm still expecting Tesla to start to hit a little bit lower, probably in the 217 range before bouncing. I have a level here of 221, looking to hold that area. Let's see. And there goes Apple. Apple's starting to make a move. It did push the smooth moving average. Ready to push up above 177.4. Volume is pretty high so far, so that should help the market start recovering. I believe the market's already on its way up. SPY is at 441. Just a little bit of a bounce off of that sell-off yesterday, so a little bit of a recovery bounce. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Okay. AMC still struggling. Charge point. Take a look at charge point, see what they're doing right now. Cause it's still, oof, what a drop. Yeah, that was a rug pull on QQQ. Dropped 263 on QQQ. SPY is trying to hold up, but the blue chips are dumping. Well, not exactly Apple at the moment, but we'll see. But it did go ahead and bounce off one of my levels here, 363.34 on QQQ. It's only a matter of time before it starts to spill over into the SPY, but they're probably going to hold that up for a little while. It is holding 441, looking to push 442.40. Let's see, AMC still has not come back above. I'll take a look at charge point in the meantime. HPT. All right, charge point. Let's go look at 5 minute. Are you trying to are you day trading this thing here, Lewis, or are you just looking to hold it for longer term? Generac. Alright, we'll take a look at Generac too. Why not? Tesla's coming down a little bit. Yeah, Tesla's going to 218. Not really worried about Tesla at the moment. Not playing the downside. Just looking to snatch up some shares around there before the bounce. Come on. Alright, I got a level here on a 5 minute here for, okay, for day trading. I'm looking forward to as low as 727 before a possible day, bounce. This is my PRZ, which is a price reversal zone, which basically means that's where it's going to most likely find its bottom for the day. If you're just day trading it, I'd wait for it to get a little underneath 727 before actually placing a trade to the upside, because I do see a reversal coming here. We just got to watch out to make sure that the indexes start to see a little bit of a push as well. I did believe that QQQ is still falling, so we're looking for QQQ. If it doesn't hold for 363.34, I'm expecting to come down to 362, a lower 362s, and the SPY will come down. So wait for a little bit of in my opinion, it'd be the best idea to wait for a little bit of support, and then from there start to play the upside, because it is primed for a reversal on charge point. Just gonna take a little while. 921 is about to cross over to the downside, but the longer time frames are still supporting a reversal. So we gotta Gotta watch it. They may possibly a double bottom, 722 on longer time frames, somewhere around there. You could play it to the downside short, but in my opinion, we're in the pretty basically way it looks is that there is more downside, but there is going to be a possible bounce on this thing very soon. So in the 720s, somewhere around there, to possibly quickly go to the upside scalp, which you could probably run all the way to close to $8. Let's see here. Ape is starting to move. It's pushing 216 right now. I need it to break 218 and start to go, but I think 222 is still going to be the top side block. They're not going to let it push here. If they rug pull this thing, AMC is going to run like crazy. We can see 100% move on AMC very fast if they rug pull it, but we'll see. Right now they're both moving together, which is what do we expect? However, at the same time, we got to be very, very cautious of this thing. A lot of games are being played with this stock. Charge point. Let me double check. Got a 921 cross down. Give it a little bit more time. 5 minute. 3 minutes crossing down. So yeah, it needs a little time to get down there. But once it gets its bounce, it's going to start to move. I'd be targeting somewhere in the $8 range. $8 calls would be a nice move. Let's see what else what can we actually pick up today. All right. It would have been nice. Yeah, QQQs is dropping quick. SPY is going to follow in a little bit. This thing is going to come down. So a lot of plays are still coming down. I don't think SPY's upside move was anything to be excited about. Just a little quick liquidity sweep to the upside before it continues dumping. I definitely still see 363, 436. Still a high possibility on the SPY. So before any real type of support or reversal at any point in time. This thing is still on its way down. Yep, there goes QQQ. I'm probably going to hit our target 2 to the downside. If it fails, 362.95. I'm expecting it to come down to 362 and lower. Probably 361. Check the 15-minute on these. It's lost all support, the 50 moving average. There's really nothing left. This is looking really bad right now for the markets. I mean, in terms of playing the downside moves, that's really where it's at right now. But, let's see. Tesla's still coming down. Broke its wedge. 221.26 is still there. Blue chips are still falling. AMD is now down to 106, pushing 105. Apple, you know, when Apple's falling, everything's coming down. So Apple, I'm looking for it to go to 175.96. Haven't jumped into anything yet, but I'm looking to take a play in just a little while. I missed out on Palantir. I was watching that this morning, but I think it's time to probably look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA, it might be starting to show some weakness. Oops. Yeah, NVIDIA's coming down. Alright, let's see what we got here for NVIDIA. Got to be very careful with NVIDIA. This thing can really do some damage to the upside. AMC's pushing right now. I want AMC actually above, and Ape is also pushing. Interesting. These are my targets right now for the short term. Got it marked off to my left-hand side. I need 378 to break. 380, 385, 387. Those are major smooth moving averages. And then I want to see at least 392 today. So I hopped into at the money calls yesterday on AMC at 350 after the bounce off of the 347. Bounced into those went up 120% yesterday. That was a quick way to make 1,400 bucks, and it's really that easy, you know. Let's see what we can get. Nvidia, how you looking? Yeah, I'm not touching Nvidia. It's a little too scary. Still, it's just too strong of a stock, and second of all, people are expecting the earnings to still be something to pay attention to. So if it's strong in the earnings, even if it's a meet, it doesn't have to beat. Even if it just meets expectations, it's going to run, and that can probably hold the rest of the market up just for a little while longer. So let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start going with Twitch. They keep blocking. They keep blocking my views. Yeah, they keep blocking my streams because they're saying this is copyrighted music, but this is supposed to be free royalty free music. So in this case, I don't know. Gotta figure that out. Yeah, but with Nvidia, it's a yeah. I still potentially see it can hit 430. However, it'll be quick. It won't be hit my price target here. It's in a bearish pattern. It's trying to bounce. If it, let's see. Let me double check a couple of other things. Yeah, I'd wait. It's not time to short Nvidia yet. Boy. All right. Yeah, it's a lot. All right, I think I'm going to jump into ZOM. Let's take a look at ZOM XOM. I'm going to do 110 because it's the energy sector is looking nice right now. So I'm going to do 110 calls on ZOM. All right, so we do 110 calls right now. They're at 29 cents and grab those up. That's a safe play right now as the market's going to continue to dump. Take to make a little something on that. So that's XOM. Yeah, Nvidia is still AMD is still coming down. I don't know if Nvidia could survive this. They got earnings coming up. Yeah, it's gonna break. Boy, it's gonna break. It's gonna miss that. I think 436 would have been the entry on it. It broke. It didn't hold the 200, the 90 MA. Oh boy, I can't play with Nvidia, man. Oh yeah, here we go. QQQ is coming down hard now. Yep, QQQ's crossed everything. 362.61 is just broken. It's right at that level. If it breaks 362 and does not bounce here, I expect this to come down a little bit lower in the market. The market is going to start coming down hard. 440, 440.52. Yep. All right, that's a SPY. There that goes. All right. Yeah, ZOM is going to go. Not really concerned with ZOM XOM. It's actually my biggest shareholding. So I'm paying close attention to ZOM. I'm going to go ahead and trim. I'm up already 10% on the position on those calls. And I'm continuing to watch this. It's up 2.29%. So I've been 110 strike ZOM calls. All right. And anybody in Way Up Trading Group, if you guys want to chime in, let me know. Zom still pushing. I'm liking the momentum on this thing. We're in a sell block right now. 109. Have to break the sell order block roughly around 109 and 5 cents. I'm looking for the push. A lot of sellers waiting here between the 109, 199, and just under 110 mark. So I'm expecting that. I think it's time to get into some QQQ as well. QQQ is really breaking down really bad because of the blue chips failing. So it's a good opportunity to jump in on some QQQ 0 DTEs right now as it tries to push up. If it does not break above 363, that's perfect opportunity to jump in on some puts because it's coming down to 161. Let's see. Let's see here. Boy, SPY. Goodness gracious. SoFi, I'll check out SoFi too here, Lewis, to see what SoFi is about because I like SoFi. I like SoFi. I like PayPal. And in this, I just don't know with the broader market coming down when they'll turn around. But right now, I like the two of these, SoFi and PayPal. They're my favorites at this point in time because I do see them eventually turning around. You know, they're the counterculture to the larger banks, or the old style of banking. So, in my opinion, those are eventually going to take over. But it's just a matter of time. SoFi, and still got some room to come down. $8. They just obliterated everything that had a run last month. A lot of orders down here sitting in the same area. It could possibly come down a little lower, mid sevens, 750. 4 hour looks like it's really where it's gonna go, but yeah, $7 is probably where it's eventually gonna come to. So maybe a little early to go long, but it's a good opportunity if you're willing to average down into it. If you think it's gonna bounce, but my opinion is gonna come down a little bit lower, possibly to the sevens. These orders right here are just screaming for someone to buy these up. So double order block sitting here. So this is going to be a tough one between $7.75 and $8 is where a lot of orders are sitting and waiting. So that's where we're looking for a potential buy, in my opinion. So I'm setting my alarm on that one. All right. As far as ZOM is concerned, I got a target up here. 111.33 if we go and break those marks. I'm still looking at my position, make sure I go ahead and trim those. Not looking to hold those all the way through. Looking to trim them as I go up in value. So right now I already trimmed on my contracts 10% profit. Right now it's still pushing. So my upside target 111 on XOM. Should make a little money on that. Let's see. Watching a ton of positions with C and AMD starting to recover a little bit. Tesla trying to recover a little bit. It did not hit my target yet of 220, 126 just yet. AMD's trying to recover, bounced off 105. Let's see, AMC and Ape are still struggling to really find ground. They're going to hold these things a little longer. I am still thinking that they are crowding the volume, and they're playing with volume at this particular point. The amount of volume that should be coming in is not coming in. We did have an increase in all-time high in shares on loan on AMC, which is crazy. You would think I guess they're going to keep shorting it until they can't short it anymore. So we'll see. I'm expecting some things happening on that stock in a little while. But while we wait, let me double check those calls right now. All right, want to see AMC start to go. I'm holding on to my 350 calls on AMC. XM is pushing now 109. 350 calls are up right now. Yesterday they were up tremendously. Did trim along the way just in case. I'm still sitting at about 100% profit on the AMC 3.5 calls, which is about $1,400. Let's see here. It's still got to push. I'm expecting it to push, but volume is still being delayed. I don't buy this motion. SPY QQQ still coming down. How's my QQQ position looking? All right, I'm up on QQQ right now. 20%. Yeah, no problem, Lewis. Yeah, goodbye, SPY. Goodness gracious. Alright, let's see what I got. That's bearish. SPY sitting right on top of an order block, looking to try to recover. Let's see, 400, 200. No, yeah, SPY's coming down. QQQs are moving right now. Oh, I missed out on Palantir. Oh boy. ZOM is still going. Let's see if I can double check Palantir real quick. Palantir seems like it's dropping. Wow. 3.5% down on Palantir. What a miss. Oh. Can't catch them all. But it is moving. It is moving into our optimal price target to the downside, which is at 14.91. It is a potential bounce from here. That might be all the downside it's going to see for today. But wow, to see it go from 20 bucks down to where it is now, incredible. I mean, they wiped out all gains from last month. Anybody who caught any of those moves and held a bag on that is probably really pissed. I'll say that much. Tesla's still coming down as expected. I'm expecting it is bouncing off of the level that I mentioned here, which is 221.26. Didn't get there quite yet, but I'm still, if it does break 221, I'm expecting it to come down further. I'm thinking 217 or lower. But on the macro side, it would be a bounce off of the macro descending broadening wedge. Wow, SPY is still coming down. Yeah, I'm eyeing SPY right now for way down. I'm thinking SPY is going to go down to like 436 today. It'll lose a whole 1.5% today. I mean, everything was bearish yesterday with the call for the Fed meeting. So it's not a lot of positivity in there at all. Here comes SPY breaking 440. And QQQs looking tremendous right now in terms of my put position. 461. I am now up handsomely. Let's see here on QQQ. Wow, look at this QQQ now. Incredible. QQQs are now up 30%. looking. So I'm still trying to break 109. Just kind of hanging out right now. Still up 10% on that. All right, 440. SPY's trying to bounce. What do we got here? Let's see if we get a few more up in here. All right, SPY trying to bounce. AMC's trying to bounce. It's just holding this area. They don't want it to run yet, obviously. Let's see here. What else we got? All right, it's 3 minute. Ape is still not pushing. I need Ape to be above 222 for me to take any kind of, get any kind of excitement for Ape. Right now, it's looking bad. Until it breaks 222, it might come back down hard. How's QQQ looking? QQQ position. I'm going to trim. Actually, gonna hold this for a little longer. I don't think QQQ is done yet. I think there's a little more downside left to go on QQQ. I am expecting QQQ to come down. It did get the little quick wick to 61, but I'm in 0 DTEs. I did go and trim a majority of my position. Gonna kind of hold runners in this case, but just in case it decides to continue down, at least I'm still in the party. I'm going to be on for a little longer. They have a couple of things to jump into in just a little while. So probably till about 10:30. So about another half an hour on this thing. And you mentioned Generac. I'll double check Generac real quick while we wait for the market to do whatever it needs to do. And decide what it wants to do. Keep checking AMC. All right. 217 right now on Ape. I need 222. I won't be excited until we break 222. Contracts are still looking good on AMC right now, so I'm not really concerned with AMC. I do want to see it start to push for share purposes. With a lot of shares down there at 320. It was calling for it, and that's exactly what they got. The reason that the 378 level is so crucial is simply because that's where it originally failed, or originally bounced. We're basically trying to break back into the trading range that was established on the triple bottom. Right now we're in the spring zone, which is below the trading range, and we're basically trying to bounce back above into the trading range. So they're blocking that area to kind of hold it down underneath it to confirm further downside. However, I don't think they're going to be able to do it for much longer because there's there's too much buzz around the stock right now, unless there's something else that we don't know about. Next target right now for Ape 218. Switch computers. Oh, okay, got you. All right, I'm gonna double check Generac real quick. Generac again. What is the ticker symbol? There we go. GNRC. Alright, GNRC. Starting to push actually. It's up 114 on the day. I'm expecting, if I look at this schematic, oh, it's pushing hard. Alright. Looking alright. It's looking pretty solid. 5 minute, if it's a trade, Generac can actually see about 111 today. So 111 before I start to expect some kind of a rejection. Volume wise, it is a low volume on the push up. Volume is not really supporting a very, very high move because it's basically in a rising wedge, which will tend to break at a certain point. But my target one up here, you can see there are a lot of buyers waiting in this area. From this move, if it breaks above 110.42, you can basically, which is basically the 200 smooth moving average, the 200 moving average, you would then start to see, this is the 5 minute time frame, you should be able to see 111.77 today at the peak before it starts to bounce around. Obviously a lot of sell orders waiting here, so just depends for now. All right, let's double check on ZOM again. ZOM is trying to break through its sell order block here. I need to get above 109.07. AMC is finding some rejection. Again, trying to retest the trading range. This may take another day or two. I don't think they're going to run it before the weekend. You know, they like to have these type of runs and types of move happen after hours or over a long period of time. They don't like to do it midweek like that. Obviously, also the options chain is stacked in a certain way. Not to mention they borrowed a ton of shares right now, so something to pay attention to. What else we got? Oh boy, Palantir. Did I miss out on Palantir or what? Goodness gracious. Those contracts that I've been looking at are already up 200%. And it's dumped right now, 4% dump. With downside to go. I would be chasing at this point. It's a little bit risky. Wow. From 20 bucks all the way down to here. That's steep. $222 on Tesla. Tesla basically getting rejected at its wedge. It went back to retest it. Did not catch it, and now it's looking to come back down to 221.26 before a potential bounce. Still struggling here. AMC and Ape. QQQ and SPY. QQQ is still trying to make some kind of moves up. Volume wise, it is looking like volume is actually increasing to the downside move. So that's pretty much all you need to see on that. That tells you that this is going to continue to come down. And this is all based upon the blue chips not doing what they need to do. QQQ can really get bad in a few minutes. So I'm still in my put positions. I only trimmed a few off. Yeah, if volume continues to increase on this downside move, this thing can get real ugly real quick. SPY is actually trying to recover. Got a little bit of a pop. Let's double check on the rest of the blue chips, which are not recovering. Tesla's trying to bounce back, as mentioned before, 223. Got to double check on a few others. How are the blue chips looking? Let's see. Nvidia still pushing. Nvidia is going to run into. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't try to short Nvidia. Nvidia is a monster. All right, leave Nvidia alone. It's a monster, man. Nothing we can do about Nvidia. And especially with earnings come up, there's still a lot of hype around Nvidia going into the earnings season or earnings call next week. So if earnings is gonna drive this thing again, all they're looking for is a meet expectations on Nvidia, and Nvidia could do some damage. You're probably seeing Nvidia shoot to like 500 real quick, and we'd have another situation like we did last time when it went from 200 bucks. I remember having 300 calls when it was at 240 or 250. And it actually hit, and I cut the contracts. And a couple days later, it was in the 400s. So I felt like you know what, made some good money on those contracts too. But it would have been something else if I would have held into that. But you never know. You take what you can get from the market, because sometimes everything can change from one move. However, it also can go against you. So got to be real careful with this kind of stuff. Amazon is bouncing. It is in a wedge formation. It is bouncing here off of one of the levels I had set up. 134.59. It's trying to make its way back up to the 136 mark at some point. So we'll see. If it gets a break out of if it's a symmetrical triangle, we could get that, but we have a lot of downside crosses. 921 is crossed to the downside. 1348 is crossed to the downside. Everything is below the 200 moving average. So there's really nothing that's supporting an upside move. Ape is trying to get spicy. Ape is trying to get a little spicy right now. Looks like Ape is trying to break that 220. Let's see. Let's see. My attention has now been peaked on Ape. It is moving right now with some volatility. I am starting to see a pickup on volume on this upside push. It has broken target 3, which I had at 218. So I want to see Ape start to move. I need 222 to break. If 222 is rejected again, I'm going to start calling rug pull. So we're going to see. We're going to see. I want to see that happen, but right now it's not looking great until we break it. Let's take a little bit closer, further look. Let me double check my Q position. Qs are still not moving. AMC's still struggling. It is barcoding actually right now on a 5-minute time frame, which is odd. Let's see. Man, Palantir. He's trying to reverse here on Palantir. Yeah, bounce. It looks like it wants to bounce here on Palantir, so that's a good sign. ZOM, I'm looking real nice on ZOM right now. Just trying to test this next order block here. A 5-minute. I want it to break into the 109.50 range, but right now I'm up really nicely on these contracts. Had an average of 29 cents. I'm going to just hold on to these a little further. There's a lot of resistance here at 110, but I do see 111 coming up here soon. So we'll hold on to these for a while. I'm going to pay attention to some other charts. Yeah, PayPal is good. I think PayPal, if you were to look into PayPal, it's a good opportunity. Good bouncer out of here. I think in this range, These older banks, in my opinion, they're going to be disrupted. So anything, I was expecting 60 to hold, but it did not. But right now, it's in my opinion, it's a really good location to start picking up some PayPal for the longer term. I don't know. I also have a feeling that Elon Musk is probably going to buy PayPal again. I feel like it's setting up for something crazy. Just the way the way the chart looks overall. I feel like he's probably going to come in, and that's going to be his. Everything goes full circle. He started it, he buys it back, and now that becomes his payment system for his world domination that he's trying to plan here. So he'll have cars on lock. He'll have the internet on lock with Starlink and all of that good stuff. He'll have people's brains on lock, and they have a payment system. So I don't know. He's like a villain in one of those superhero movies. So I gotta watch him. I mean, I love the guy, but gotta watch him a little bit. He's got some really out of this world ideas, and they all link. You all find them linking up later on in the future. So PayPal is one of them I'm watching. They all connect to each other at some point in the future. So. And it's real talk. Yeah, it is looking. The market is a little bit dry right now. Yeah, sideways trading for a little bit. I mean, it's bound. It's trying to market's trying to hold anywhere between that 439, 441 level. It's just bouncing back and forth. I think we might. I had a support level here, 440.04, and it is basically respecting it. You can technically call us a double bottom starting to form here, I guess, in some degree. If it gets back above the, let's see, if it gets back above 440.52 and holds it, which is basically the 9 EMA, we can start looking at this as potentially moving positive. Yeah, PayPal is almost looking good for adding a couple shares here. Yeah, under 59 bucks. That's reversal. That's reversal area, in my opinion. I'm shocked that it didn't hold 60 bucks. Yeah, they are pinning Amy. They don't want it to run yet. Let's see. They're scared. They're scared of. They are scared of 378. I'm telling you, 378. 378 on AMC is a big level to break, because that'll put us back within the trading range. We're already in the trading range, but that'll be confirmation above the trading range, because AMC was actually that was a bounce area. That was a bounce area for AMC on the triple bottom. Let's double check QQQ, because it looks like it's trying to find support here, and I'm in 0 DTEs. So if it starts finding support, I'm gonna be pissed. So, Let's see. My Zom calls are looking real good right now. Zom is up 50% since my purchase this morning. All right, so second trim right now. It's going to take half of my money off the table. Risk management is the key. So take 50% off the table right now. I have to watch my time. I got about 20 minutes left. Maybe a little less than that. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. Yeah, guys. PayPal. Got one thing to say, guys. It's Way Up Trading Group. PayPal. One second. All right, let's see what else we got going on. All right, Amazon is breaking out of its symmetrical triangle, and markets is going to be terrible today. It's still trying to bounce around. It looks like it's getting some higher lows though on the SPY. Higher lows are being made right now on SPY, looking like it wants to push up. If it gets back above 44, 440.52, it's looking like it's a possibility that it'll continue up to the upside. Slowly but surely. Volume, though, we got to pay attention to volume. It looks a little weak. It is stepping up. I want to see it get up. If it's bullish, I want to see it get above the previous volume candle, positive volume candle. Let's double check the positive volume index. It looks bad. Let's go 1 minute. Let's see how the 1 minute's looking. It's positive on the 1 minute. Hasn't crossed over positive yet. It has crossed above on the 2 minutes, so it is trying to push. You know, it's making a little bit of a valiant effort here. We'll see. How's my Zom looking? All right, Zom is up 75%. Trimming some more here. Apple's bouncing. All right, it's got a recovery. SPY is looking like it's bouncing because of Apple's move, not because of SPY's move. AMC is trying to break above 378 and it's still having issues. How's the volume looking on AMC today? 9 million so far, and it is 10:30 almost. So not quite enough. I'm still shocked at this volume not being as high as it needs to be. AMD still at 105, looking terrible. I'm glad I got rid of those AMD shares. I got rid of AMD shares at about 116, and I'm waiting to buy back in once it starts to hit some reasonable levels. But this is ridiculous. AMD has been one of the ones that have shaken me out on multiple occasions. Yeah, it definitely can play with your mental health playing with AMD. Not a fun stock to play around with. I mean, they beat earnings hard. Yet, the stock dumped after running like 10% in after hours. This is one way to mess with your head. But pretty much every stock that had a run last month has all been wiped out. I'm liking this harmonic buying volume right now on AMC. It looks really good. Stair stepping up on the volume. Let me go and post that. So I like the harmonic buying on AMC right now. I'm liking it a lot. That's the 5-minute. Yeah, call it the green staircase. Stairway to heaven. Come on now. Keep going. 8, you're still struggling at 218. Something is up. Something is up, and this thing is going to dump. Something is going to dump. I don't know what. I mean, that class action lawsuit is nothing. I don't really think that means anything. And it's just some salty shareholders that don't understand how the stock market works. I mean, by this point, in my opinion, people should learn how this thing works, and that's what I've been trying to preach to a lot of folks. That at this point, I mean, if you've been involved, even if you just got in during the AMC GameStop squeeze, you should have really taken the time to try to learn how this market works as much as possible, and look at it as a opportunity to really dive into this thing. And anybody who has learned it, you know, I really salute them, because it is a learnable game. It is a winnable game. But you have to play smart. But you have to also be educated to play smart. So constantly educating yourself, constantly getting a little bit better every day. That's really what it's all about. Actually, let me tweet that out. Dope beat. Alright. I'm gonna have to close out these positions real quick. I'm gonna have to run for a little bit, so I'm not gonna be able to stay on a stream. I'm gonna keep a watch on these things from the phone, but made some decent money today. I'm not mad. Let's see here. Zom is still coming down. PayPal still coming down, which is crazy. Zom calls are up 95% right now. So that's great. QQQs. I'm gonna close out these at 95%. Good money for the day. QQQs right now are up 67%. I'm gonna close that out. Decent money for the day. And coming down. Hey, no problem, Lewis. Definitely. I'm gonna try to set up a little schedule here to do this on a daily time frame, at least for a couple hours during the morning. It was a little unsuccessful trying it the first time around, but it's a little too many things moving at the same time. But trying to find a footing on this thing. But I'm spending a lot of time and also in the Way Up Trading group as well. I'll do a lot more of my analysis and posting, and we go over different charts and whatnot. So, but moving forward, we'll make a couple things happen. All right, so I'm closing out these positions. 377. Okay, AMC is starting to break. All right, let's see what you got. I got one more minute. One more minute. All right, close my positions. I'm up on those really nicely. I missed Palantir, unfortunately. All right, so I'm already out of QQQ. I'm out of Zom. Zom went 95% up. Close QQQ now at 70%. All right, I'm done. All right. So I'll be back on this thing next time around. I'll see if I can get back on later on today. If not, maybe on the power hour. If not, then it's going to be tomorrow morning, slightly before the market opens. All right, so I will check in with you guys later. See, hopefully AMC pops. I set my alarm here on this thing for it to break 378. I want to see 392 today on AMC, and I want to see 222 break on AMC, on APE. So we'll keep a lookout on that. All right, catch you guys next time around. And Way Up Trading group, you know I'm on the trading chat group, so I'll be chiming in on that. Let me know what you got. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.